Welcome back everyone. My name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Wrath of the Righteous playthrough. This is our evil campaign. We're headed down to the market square right now. We're gonna go and start to deal with that area. We have a few things to do and many things to kill. And of course we get a random encounter as is tradition. Let's go beat up some things. Spider and another spider. We're gonna send Seal after that spider and also Tim.
Guide my blade.
And that first one's already dead. Tim took a hit, but that's fine. Also, I'm going to really quickly check our spells, because I believe that we have some spells to put in. I think Wendwog doesn't have spontaneous heal casting, so I don't think we're going to worry about that too much. Let's get going. This group doesn't have as much healing as my other group does, although that's completely normal given our situation. Oh, we found the fallen horse. We'll come back to that. It's kind of out of our way. We'll hit it on the way back to the Defender's Heart later. Not that this group is in a particular rush compared to the other one. The other one wants to do a good thing, and this one doesn't care nearly as much. We start from a different side on this one. Knowledge Arcana check. Nope.
Well,
let's try that again. Definitely want to get all these Knowledge Arcana checks and stuff. They are worth experience. Not much, mind you, but they add up, and also they're good for lore purposes.
oh, well.
What is your Knowledge
that
Arcana?
happened.
+6. Okay. We'll do one more time, and if we don't get it, then we will wait till we have Ember. I think she has better Knowledge Arcana than Sela does. Sela's Knowledge Arcana is not
This
very
was
good.
simple enough.
There we go. These enormous cracks appeared after a magically induced earthquake struck the land.
This way. Cover me,
And we're gonna go through some trenches.
Your blood.
I guess we could turn on our buffs. Probably would be a good idea. Let's do that. That's fine. That's only a minute per level. Did I not give her a level? No, she's War Priest, right? And he didn't get... I only have one person with Vivisectionist? Huh. Well then. I'm just insane, apparently. Give herself shield as well. Let's roll. Alrighty. We need to find things to fight. There's some things to fight. Save here, and we're gonna go in. We hit it for 12, and then we took some damage there. One dead. Group is killing much slower than my other group. There we go. And we murdered our way through. We used up most of our song, though. Bummer. A lot of loot. Random
Wherever
loot.
my legs carry me.
That's a lot more dudes.
The inheritor. Do not see her. Do not waver.
This is the actual group of these guys, which are more annoying. Yeah, Camellia, you can go fight the archers. Sure, why not? I don't care too much. Whoa. But don't leave Voljev alone with this guy, he'll die. There we go. Should probably heal my main character. He's actually really low on life. Like one solid hit from a greatsword and he'd probably be dead. There we go, he's fine now. Everything is a-okay. Money, money, gem, nothing else. Check the archers though, they might have something. Like a composite bow. Unfortunately, oh yeah, we won't get Ember. Right, because we're an evil party.
We'll make this quick. She won't feel a thing.
I don't know. Can we really do this?
Listen, we don't have a choice. There are demons everywhere. What else would you have us do?
A group of knights surrounds a young elven girl. She's dressed in rags that barely cover the hideous scars on her body. The bigger girl is on her knees watching placidly, as the people argue heatedly around her. It's as if she doesn't sense the looming threat at all. A black crow flies in agitated circles above her head.
In Iomede's name, we're sorry, girl, but it is our duty. We have to do this, not for our own sake, but for the sake of everyone who can still be saved from the demons. If we don't win this battle, you won't have long to live anyway.
The knight brings his sword up above the girl's head.
They're insane! We've got to do something!
Sela looks at you, terror in her eyes.
I understand. You're scared. You feel powerless. You think this will help. You don't have to justify yourselves to me. Just do what you've decided to do.
The girl smiles serenely as though she isn't at risk of imminent death. I don't know what's happening here, but I'm fully behind it. Come on, cut her throat. In the name of Iomade.
I am Iomede's paladin. If I lie, may the goddess strike me down. What you intend to do is a repugnant crime and heinous blasphemy.
Sela raises the sacred symbol above her head.
Exactly. What were you thinking? The goddess would never allow this.
Whose idea was this anyway? I think it was yours.
The knight looks at his comrades in suspicion.
My idea? I was against the whole thing right from the start. Who said we needed to make a sacrifice? Wasn't it you? You can't blame anyone else for that.
Please don't fight. All of you are good people, defenders of the city. You just made a mistake. Please don't hurt them.
The girl turns to us.
Hey, I know her. I see her all the time on the street. She's a couple of cards short of a full deck, if you know what I mean.
Hi. Remember when we used to play together when we were little? But then you went and got all big. And I stayed the same for some reason.
The girl waves at Woljif with a bright smile.
Huh? I played with you? Pull the other one.
You did. We played tag and hide and seek. Then you and the bigger boys came up with the game where you all threw stones at me. You laughed so hard. It made me happy too. But then you grew up and went away to do grown-up things. Want to play with me now?
For the love of... Canabris is too damn small.
The tiefling turns away, covering his reddened face with his hand. We are lawful. The instigators must be punished. The rest of you go to Defender's Heart Tavern. That's where the survivors are gathering.
Whose idea was it? Not mine, that's for sure.
The knights look at each other.
Well, it wasn't mine. That means...
The two knights narrow their eyes at the third.
Wait, it's not...
The two knights beat the third to the ground in a flurry of blows, and then with wary looks in your direction, they flee.
Good people ordering good people to kill other good people. None of them were cultists, you know? They just got scared and thought up some silly ideas.
The crow alights on the girl's shoulder. She's walking among the bodies with the same serene expression on her face.
You came to help me. You saved one life. You took another. Was it worth it?
With a carefree smile, the girl comes up to you. There's something strange in her dark eyes, something not of this world. The crow on her shoulder watches you closely with eyes that are too knowing for an animal. If you want to die, that can be easily arranged.
What about you? Do you want to kill me? I think killing is the hardest thing in the world. But you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a silly girl, really.
The girl shrugs, smiling serenely.
I don't trust her. She isn't what she seems, what she would have us believe she is. That is no simple-minded child before us.
Windwalk says quietly, but you see the tension coiled in her. She's poised to fight or flee at any moment. We're gonna take her with us, though. I don't think you're an ordinary girl, and that crow you have, it's not ordinary either.
No, don't be silly. I'm very ordinary. Well, I know different types of tricks, but Soot taught me those.
The elf girl strokes the crow's beak, its eyes narrow in satisfaction. It makes a cooing sound.
Now Soot here, she truly is unusual. She's clever and she can talk, but only to me. She teaches me magic tricks and lots of other stuff. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Magic tricks, you say? You could prove useful in fighting the demons, and I'll be able to protect you from insane soldiers on the street. Come with me.
I must have misheard. This girl? Join our party? What could we possibly want with this dirty little beggar?
Sure, let's go.
The girl gives you a joyous and untroubled smile like a child's. She's a really good
Soot is
healer in the
restless.
beginning of the game.
I wonder why.
She's also neutral good, which is not our alignment, but we can't replace her at the moment. We have to balance our needs
The heartbeat quickens.
of evil versus our needs of actually being able to do the game, which is...
I found
less easy. Yes, I know swarms, I got it. We might actually lose this fight. They hit so hard. Okay, 2 swarms are dead. Come on, kill that one.
All I see is blackness.
We are missing a lot of attacks against these swarms. There we go. Okay, we're fine. 1 swarm left. This group can rest, it's able to do so. But,
Quick!
yeah, we're gonna heal a bit. Oh, right, she's a bard. I was like, what do you mean arcane spell failure with a divine spell? But she's a bard, that was an arcane spell. Right. That actually makes a lot of sense.
This war must end.
We're getting terrible rolls. Please have a good roll. That's much better. That's decent enough. Alright, let's do this thing. So, 90% chance. We'll save first, just in case. Alright, you can
I am
retry locks in
helpful.
this game. I keep forgetting
Am I
that.
not?
Why did I pick up that short bow? Anywho, there's a door here that opens up into a cultist area. An incomplete summoning ritual for an incomplete magical circle for a summoning ritual. You can summon the demon, or you can close off the circle. We're gonna summon the demon.
Did it. It happens sometimes.
Clever mortals, I can't reach you from inside the circle. Oh, but you forgot something. There's nothing keeping me in here. Nothing at all. We may have to fight that demon later. This might have been a mistake. It is a rock, I believe. Bye.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Because worth less experience, to be honest, but that's okay. Alright, let's mosey on to the next area to do things with. Let's see what we got around here.
I see blood. Blood!
They'll beg me to stop.
Oh no, I've gotten my group stuck.
Surrender or else.
Oh my god, you people suck at pathing. Just do this.
Too late for apologies.
Amusingly, Pathfinder is having trouble with pathfinding. That is just
What's in wait for
slightly
more?
hilarious. But anyways, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Kelessa's here. We must have missed her earlier. The elf hunched up next to you is clutching a small but deep puncture wound. Her appearance is quite remarkable. Her skin is blacker than any Garundi's, her teeth are fanged, and her hair is as grey as a crone's. Her crimson eyes stare at you with a gleam of malice. What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see? Let's take a closer look at her strange appearance. The elf may have fallen victim to wicked magic. A curse may be yours. Did her long service to the forces of darkness twist her appearance in such a gruesome way? You look suspicious. She tries to block your attack with her bow, but the sturdy wood snaps with a resounding crack. Your strike finds its mark and she falls like a bird shot out of the sky. Blood bubbles from her mouth, and with the last of her strength she utters as she forces out the words, "Soldier, take the don't let them forget my story and the dark fate." She reaches under her cloak and then emerges once more, but instead of a dagger she's clutching some crumpled papers that she forces into your hand, then she falls silent forever. You'll recall Kelessa is the person that we said we would help hunt down, and we murdered her in cold blood. Don't exactly feel good about that one, but that is the point of being evil, I guess. It's not meant to feel good. Whoever's reading this, know that my name was Kelessa, and I was an elf until my last day. When I lived in Kyonin, our blessed land, I witnessed a great number of injustices and crimes against conscience. Even we elves are not absolutely pure, and to the best of my abilities, I fought against these wrongs, bringing justice to those who evaded the law. While I was not alone, we were few. We remained in secret, and we called ourselves the Sunset Wasps. We revered Calistria, and in her name we exacted vengeance upon those who had lost all shame. But we had been deceived. We were pawns of a vicious priest of Discari by the name of Enamora. She manipulated us, lied to us, hiding under the guise of the oldest and wisest of us. At her behest, we spilled the blood of the innocent, not the guilty. And when our transgressions were discovered, we became pariahs, monsters in the eyes of our people. Anamora revealed her true identity and offered her patronage. All save me agreed, for I am ashamed of their choice. But what brings me an even greater shame is that when my former comrades approached me, I could not find the strength to draw my dagger and take my own life. I wish I had. I was taken captive and brought to the world wound. There our new mistress taught us the ways of evil and darkness. We studied sin and I learned alongside the others. At first, I was controlled by means of magic, but then, when you're forced to torture prisoner after prisoner, you suddenly lose count of the seemingly endless number. Something snaps inside of you and you cease struggling. And that was the moment of truth. Read carefully, for this revelation is the reason for my writing these words. I fell into the embrace of the dark fate. A mysterious curse hangs over elvenkind. Whenever one of us sinks to certain depths of evil, they turn into a drow. We were lied to. The Dark Elves are not a degenerate, flawed branch of our people. They're not a parody envisioned by the Dark Gods. They are us, and their sins are ours. We cannot renounce our responsibility for them, because every elf, every single one, has the potential to become a drow. I expect that this truth will be dangerous. Among the elves, there are many who are powerful and influential, and I fear they will seek to bury this revelation and destroy all who know of it. But I believe the truth is greater than gain. I always have. Farewell. Believe in the truth. Well, it feels bad, man. We just killed a composite longbow +3 and leather armor +2. Hot damn. You know what? I'm a-okay with that now. A +3 bow this early in the game, that's actually a little overpowered, to be honest. It's not as good as her armor, but it'll be better than her. I think... Wait, no. Her. Yes. Wear some maybe better armor? It's equal to her chain shirt. Maybe a wool jiff will get a better use of it. What are you wearing? Literally nothing.
You're giving me this because...
You're an arcane trickster. Right, you don't wear armor. She's a bard that can wear heavy armor. You know what? I'll give it to her then. It's +2 leather. It's pretty good. I feel kind of bad about that. Oh, we didn't finish this path. Sometimes murdering people feels bad, man.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Go figure, eh? Also, that cuts off a bit of a storyline, but that's okay. If you want to follow the Keon and Kelessa storyline, we'll be doing that one in the good campaign.
Slice! Behead!
It is perfectly fine there. We missed all of our attacks against the Dredge, and that was sad. Alright, all those are dead now. I think we're almost done with this little area here. Then we can finally head across into the next one.
My legs carry me.
That was the Arcana check when we first came in. We could have come this way, but we didn't. We did the little room there. We will eventually, when we leave this area, make sure we looted everything properly, but for now, it's time for an athletics check. DC 12. And we completed that pretty successfully. We now have a terrifying pathway across the schism in the city. And DC 19 athletics check.
I'm not mad enough to do it.
We don't want to fail this one, not because it's not because we care about the time in this case, but because it causes fatigue, which means you're forced to rest, and it's just very annoying. Also, I'm not sure why there's a million lore nature checks after you fail one, but that's fine, I guess. We only need to roll a 9.
I'm not mad enough to do it.
Alright, we'll try one more time. It is slightly irritating to do this, but that's fine. We'll get it done.
Oh, did you see that?
Save the last one for me.
And then we have to fight one of these guys immediately upon getting in. And then we miss all of our attacks.
This will leave a bruise.
Sila's down. Melia's down. But that's okay. We successfully killed the rest of them. We may need to rest anyways, honestly. We're taking a bit of a punishment here. We're almost out of healing spells.
I wonder why.
Together,
Open your heart.
I crave your commands.
Oh, she can spontaneously cast Cure Wound? No, she can't. Okay.
This match for me.
What is that?
Bugs at least are very easy to kill. That one just exploded into a new bug. And we got diseased. Someone got diseased. Who got diseased? Filth Fever. He's got the best lore religion check here. 0. 3, 5, with these two.
Yes?
Okay, let's try to cure some of this. Okay, that worked.
You need me. Good.
Let's try and get rid of his. Did not work. Oh, we just buffed one of them, the Demon Plague, but not the other one. What was the DC on the other one, I wonder? 12, we failed by 1. Oh well. These things happen. Let's talk to the crew. Although we should probably rest. You know what? Let's actually rest. We are hurt pretty badly. Save first. This is the first group that needs to rest of the two groups. We're just gonna jam her on scroll duty, even though it doesn't really matter at all. Alright, we're just gonna rest for 1 cycle. Don't rest recommended period. I know how to do this. I have a free spell slot. Do I? Okay. Well, never mind. Sometimes a long-awaited rest does not bring the desired relief. What comes is a heavy, clinging sleep on the edge of wakefulness, where consciousness seems poised between reality and oblivion. The possible reasons for such a disturbed sleep are myriad. Strained nerves, perhaps, or a lingering reaction to trauma. Eltimar emerges from the oblivion of his leaden sleep like a drowned man dragging himself up from the depths of a swamp, the wound on his chest burning like someone pressed an invisible brand to it. The wound is closed again, but the bloodstain on his shirt betrays its presence beneath. There's no time to investigate the cause behind his malaise. A trying day lies ahead, but how will Eltimar be up to the challenge if his thoughts are so muddled and his entire body aches after a day's toil? Can't ignore my health, better take care of it now then rather than later, but when it could be too late. After several moments, the wariness abates, retreating to the depth of his subconscious, but leaving the path open to return the next time Eltimar seeks refuge in sleep. He recalls that he slept peacefully in a defender's heart. Perhaps a priest can explain what has happened. Interesting. That is something I've never seen before. We also didn't rest, actually. Because I exited out of the rest
Quick,
thing.
else we miss all the fun!
Because apparently we have a spell slot that's open. But we don't. Weird. Alright, well, let's begin resting then.
My life is
Thanks.
Let's see how we did. Not the worst. We are still, it appears to be diseased by filth fever. But, yeah, it'll be fine. Rubbledum the actor, even the huge pile of junk isn't enough to block out the exclamations coming from beneath it. Reveal, O dearest darling beauty mine, why did thou turn thy gaze on me? Pray tell. The husband I called a friend a time, but loved is like an ocean, a friendship a well. But Willis, how do you live, my sweet? Booms a deep masculine voice in response from beneath the same pile. Indistinct rustling follows. Pass me the ale, will you? Let's move the pile of junk. The pile shifts easily, revealing the entrance to some kind of cellar. There's an interesting looking chest among the items. Got some stuff. Look, the door's open, and now we are completely at the mercy of whatever's up there. If it really is a demon, we have nothing to fear. We have the power of inspiration after all, but hand me over my ladle and that rolling pin. Let's save. Now look, it's not a demon at all. Greetings, kind friend and rescuer. I'm Grandma Gretlin, theater director, and these are the members of my company. Granny, that's not a ladle. That's one of the props from the Malevolent Lich performance. The one Tina made. It's a scepter or something. She made it out of my ladle. She wanted to use a broom handle, but I put paid to that daft idea. Says the dwarf with dignity. Oh, I've seen the show. You're very funny, especially your play where the woman slowly climbs onto the chair while singing, then falls off again. Ember claps her hands in delight. Well, it's actually a great tragedy about unrequited love. The chair you see represents a tower of rock, rising above the raging sea like a finger of a giant, and the woman, she isn't supposed to fall, but rather gracefully cascade into the swirling abyss below. Just like I showed her 100 times, but I'm glad you liked it. What are you doing down there? We were rehearsing our distract us from our fear and panic. The dwarf waves her ladle emphatically, doing a fair impression of a conductor. Really? When I'm scared I eat. We tried that too, but our supplies ran out. But art, oh, art is eternal. Can you go somewhere safe? Oh, don't worry on our account. We're going to our basement in the next street. That's where our lambkin is. We're not afraid of demons with lambkin around. Lambkin? Lambkin, says the dwarf readily. Our male lead. He'll protect us. Don't worry. We know what we're doing. I have to go. Thank you for rescuing us, stranger. Today you did a great service for Mendevian culture, and perhaps the culture of all Galarian. You'll certainly be remembered in future eras as the one who saved the critically and publicly acclaimed Next Door Theater. Alrighty, let's continue on. I'm sorry, my dog was barking, but now
Wherever my
stop.
legs
We're gonna
carry
go fight
me.
some zombies.
I see blood.
And by that I mean ghouls. They're not actual zombies. We need 2 more levels? We need to be level 4. 5. We need blur. I think we only have 1 level of Magus so far, so
I'll tear your throat
I
out.
don't think we need spell combat for the moment. I'm gonna turn off spell casting. Fighting. That's a lot of zombies. We don't really need the
So this is how it feels.
oh my god, there's so many enemies. We're doing a slightly different fight than we did with our other group, because our other group wasn't at this point. That's fine. Oh my god, Seela's taking a beating. It doesn't help that our main characters missed like 9 attacks in a row. Okay, Let's get up here and fight this guy. Woljip just died from strength negation. Alright, let's quickly load that back up then, because we don't want that to happen. I've never been a fan of ability drain in any Forgotten Realms type thing. Okay, let's go again. It's just a very annoying thing.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Into the fray!
Right, turn off sword thing, so you can actually attack better.
All I see is blackness.
Well, it's just... Oh, he's paralyzed. He'll be fine.
What lies beyond?
Yay, paralyze. 18 seconds worth. Alrighty, well, we have spells again, so let's do some healing.
My tail is restless.
Good.
No reason to pause.
Well,
Where do you want me?
Who, me?
Arcane spell
What's on your
failure. I
mind?
should give her different armor probably. What is her spell failure? 35% chance. It's not great. Although, we don't have much else to give her at the moment, so
I'm here.
I am
we will replace it eventually. What did I give for healing? I must have already used
this
it.
war must end.
Alright, let's do some buffing, because we're gonna have to fight the Wraith. Alright. That should be good.
Cover me, all right?
Save the last one for me.
Burn! Slice!
How do you keep missing so much? What is your plus to hit? You have plus 7 to hit. Come on, man. Also, Camilla, get out of there.
May I see your entrails, please? Tactical retreat.
Killed the first Wraith.
Let the attack
Shadow, whatever they're called.
all your fault. Burn! Slice!
Seela's taking a little bit of drain. Okay, we killed the next one.
See your entrails, please?
We're focus firing the shadows down with our main character, but it doesn't always work because he misses attacks. A lot, apparently. There we go. Alright. No more ability drain. Seela took some.
Just sit here.
Tim took some, but that's fine.
Worry about me.
And Woljip went down, but he's not dead, so it doesn't matter.
Off with your head!
I'll cut you wide open.
Alrighty. We need blur so badly. And we need more ranged people in our group. To be fair, none of these people are going to be in our group long term, because things are going to
Wherever my
go
legs carry
different
me.
later on. Let's wander down this way. So sweet it is to kill. My dog is being very weird. He's like throwing his own toy for himself. Which means I should go play with him after this, probably. I like how our group just stands here and watches this guy get just mowed down by ghouls. We could literally go and fight these things, but we don't. Oh, our Tim got paralyzed, but we saved his life. Okay, we're gonna grab this, and this, and this, and this, and that, and this, and this. And that. Alright, and a lore religion check we'll save, because you never know.
I did it. It happens sometimes.
Oh, I'm like way up here on the... Hang on, I gotta... To the bottom. Gray hair, ashen skin, this person fell prey to a Nabasu. The demon sucks the very life from its victims and transforms them into ghouls. Okay, let's go up here. We'll do one more small fight.
No, backwards.
And then we'll talk to Curl and his group, and then that'll be it for the video, I think. No.
Something wrong?
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Alright. Let's go talk to Curl. A short hooded figure is poking about some bodies lying in the middle of the street. The stranger drags the first body off the road, respectfully props it up against the wall, and places the corpse's hands on its chest. The figure then freezes as if hesitating, and you see him reach his hand out towards the beautiful gold amulet hanging around the corpse's neck. He jerks his hand back, hesitates, then reaches out again. Well, look what we have here. Living corpses, are we? What'd you expect? Almost everyone is dead. The city now belongs to the demons and the vermin. Rats, crows, and creatures like this one. The stranger almost jumps out of his skin and the hood falls from his head. Under a mop of red curls, a round halfling face looks up at you. Oh, whew. Thought you were demons. Good day to you, sir. Sela's eyebrows raise in apparent surprise. Curl, is that you? The halfling looks at Sela and smiles broadly. Oh, Lady Sela, you're alive. Goodness me. That's the second bit of good news on an otherwise lousy day. What is the first bit of good news? Stick around and see for yourself. Can you tell me anything useful about what's going on in the city? I'm afraid not, good sir. I just left the Defender's Heart, but before that I was holed up in there, too scared to leave. Although spending all the time under Commander Erebus knows was sure was something. She's a strict one, whew, and when she gets antsy. Don't even start. I've had enough of her breathing down my neck to last me a lifetime. Do you know this person, Sela? Meet Rimvi, better known as Curl. He hails from Canabris and he fights with the condemned. He's one of a kind, a rogue with a heart of gold. Sela smiles and adds a little more seriously. Curl, it's probably none of my business, but you should ask yourself if what you're about to do is right. The halfling's cheeks flush and he hides his hands behind his back. I just thought, no, it doesn't matter. So what are you doing here, robbing corpses? No, the halfling protests. Rimby Curl may be a rogue, but he doesn't loot corpses. I just need to get these poor lads' bodies off the road. My friends and I are on a terribly important mission, and we need to get through. He is interrupted by the sound of wheels rolling on the pavement stones. A cart driven by a sad little horse appears around a corner. A pretty half-elf is driving it, and a young man in knight's armor walking alongside. Even from a distance you can see his tanned face and his blue eyes shining brightly. The halfling straightens up. See, a terribly important and very heroic mission. My friends and I are saving beer cart from the demons. As he's speaking, the newcomers notice you, and the knight cries out in jubilation. Sela, I never thought I'd see you again. I thought you were headed to the main square at the center of the demons' attack. The half-elf smiles warmly at Sela. Hey friend, good to see you're alright. When we got separated by the crowd at the celebration, I knew right away something was wrong, and when demons appeared all of a sudden, I realized that was the reason why I'd been so anxious, but I couldn't find you among the dead in the square. So I kept my hopes up and I was proved right. Sela's face lights with joy. So you're the other bit of good news Curl was talking about. You and Janna are alive. Actually, by good news, I meant the beer cart we found. Sir Ellen and Janna being alive amounts to a quarter of a bit of good news, maybe half. A beer cart? How about sharing it with us? I'm sure we could all do with a drink. The half-elf winks rakishly. Certainly, give me your flask, friend. If you walk with us to the Defender's Heart, we can have a more thorough sampling of the spoils here. Despite the cheerful tone, she looks at you with anxious hope. Janna, there's no need. The heart is very close, and the three of us will be enough to fight off an attack if there is one. Besides, our friend here surely has better things to do. More important things than carrying barrels of beer, I wager. By the way, my name is Ellen. Sir Elan of, I think it's Elan actually, of the Houndhearts. I'm glad to meet someone who survived this madness. You haven't told me how you know Sela. I'll save that story until we're back at the Defender's Heart. You're going back there, aren't you? We'll have a reason to toast our spoils. I have to go. So long, we're sure to meet again, either in the city or at the Defender's Heart. Sure you will. Come to the tavern, we'll celebrate the valiant rescue of the barrel together. And that's where we're going to end off our video. We've successfully-ish traversed a good chunk of the city. Probably about half. There's maybe about half to go. We have a few more buildings to do, a bunch more things to kill. and some more experience to get. We're at 7362, so we're getting closer to a level. We are, of course, 111, so actually we need 2 levels of Sword Saint before we get Blur, which will be a very, very good buff for us when we get to that point. We're also using Binion, the talking weapon. Pretty cool looking sword, if I do say so myself, and she is using just a normal longsword, but she won't be in our group long term. I wish I knew what Camelia's alignment was. Neutral evil, chaotic neutral, and neutral good. She doesn't really fit in our group dynamic, but then again, neither does Woljif, sort of. In terms of, like, good and evil alignment, he fits in okay, but in terms of lawful chaotic, he doesn't. She fits in more or less in terms of lawful chaotic, but not in neutral or good. Our group is a bit of a mismatch here. Anyways, see you guys next time. Take care.